Me, I'm laughing already. So
Maurice, have you seen a fine
Mm.
boy today?
I've not seen no.
Even now, like this, that you're on this podcast,
No, I've not seen at all.
you're a troublemaker.
I've seen a hot blooded Casanova. So
Yeah! Hey!
Right. Speaking of Casanova, like, what do you guys think about all this age distance thing now? All these men that, like, that are already gone, like, in age, in their 50s, in their
Ooh.
60s, dating or getting married to people in their 20s and 30s. Like, what do you guys think about that now?
See, I've seen a lot of that. Too much.
Like, it's not, forget you have seen, a lot of it happens.
Especially in what's it called, like places like Southeast Asia. I went to Thailand. Where was it? In March, April this year.
Hmm.
In some parts, you would see like older men, probably in their 60s, 70s, with young girls at most early 20s.
So,
And
so
Hmm.
then, and these girls are like really, really fine by all standards, like good
Hmm.
looking. And the men, when you look at them, you'll be like, I mean, some of them are not that bad looking, but the age difference, and you then wonder, are these people genuinely, you know, with these men for
Hmm.
the sake of it, or is there some other motive? Because it's really prevalent where there's a high level of poverty. So it begs me to wonder. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't want to judge anybody, but it just seems a bit,
Done. Sketchy
yeah.
or
Well,
uncomfortable. Which one?
but the other thing is, these people are adults, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
and can make the decisions for themselves. So as long as they're they know what they're getting into. I mean, sometimes
Hmm.
it's a difficult one. Sometimes conditions can make you lower your standards to a certain level.
So
So
on this, you are
Ah,
very
ah.
wrong for that last line. Lower your standard. What's the standard for
I
love?
mean, the
That's what I'm
standard
just looking.
for okay.
Who created the
Well, I was
standard
going to
for
ask.
love?
I was even going to ask who is lowering the standard? Is it the young girl or the old
No,
man? Which
it's
person?
definitely the young girls, in my opinion. Yes,
So old men
because
are
when I
lower
mean lower your
standards.
standard, it means for most young people, if you ask them what's your ideal type, right? What's your ideal
Hmm.
partner? They'll tell you, I don't know.
The
Someone that has
answer is
money.
rich. They didn't lower their standards. They are at their standard. The guys that are at their age cannot give them the life that they want.
Yeah,
And
but
Hmm.
at the end of the day, if you are with somebody, I want to believe the motive is that you should be at peace and you should be happy.
Now
Because
comfortable.
I was talking to somebody, I was, yeah, comfortable, happy, comfortable. I was talking to somebody today, and an elderly colleague, I be an older colleague, and she made me realize that you should nobody on earth should marry for love, because marriage is not based on love. Do you understand? Especially if you are even in Christ and you know what love means, you should know that marriage is not for love. It's for compromises. It's for a lot of things other than love. It's for you to understand the person you are with and to be able to live with the person's excesses.
Right, let's
Do you
build on that.
yeah,
understand?
Let's build on that now. Let's build on that,
okay.
right? So if you understand the person that you're with and you're building on the excesses, should like age distance, because that's where we started from. Should age distance
Yeah.
be considered when seeking for marriage?
So are you saying that my age is too excessive? No, no. You deal with
I mean,
it.
we don't know how old you are, so
No, I'm speaking. I always tell you guys on this show, I'm a rich magoo. So don't see me like the usual
okay.
in your head. Put me in the class of the Dangotes and the $10. So I'm not even young. You get me? You get so I'm
Hmm.
talking 50, 60. I'm talking from that perspective. Like, for
Hmm.
instance, now I know you people like to say these girls are doing these things for money, yeah, blah blah blah
No,
blah
it's you that
blah.
said it so far.
No,
Oh.
no, it's Morris that said it.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying that they are doing it for their happiness.
No,
That's
Hmm.
what I'm saying. That the motive is happiness. So, for
not
instance,
happiness. No, I wouldn't say it's happiness. I will use another word for it. I think they are doing it for,
comfort,
yeah, maybe comfort.
comfort.
But
Hmm.
happiness is a different it's a different question. It's a different topic altogether. Another thing that came to mind here
What came
when
to
we were
mind,
talking about
please?
this topic. Think about it like this: if you look at people when they are um, getting married or building their ideal partner for like long-term partner, one of the key requirements is we want somebody that we can, grow together with, grow old with, and if the age difference is already 60, the probability of that happening is very, very slim. So you know that
Do you know? Do you know how old they are going to live? How
no,
much
if
older
we
they are
judge
going
based
to
on
get
life
to?
expectancy, right?
So
No, think about
this
it.
this
Life
this
average
girl,
life
are they married?
expectancy is
First
like
off, that thing that you just said about
mm,
growing old is for married people.
yes,
And that's we're
So
talking
we do
about people
not.
that want to get married, no?
yeah,
Okay, are you saying that this age difference thing that you're talking about, a very old man with a young lady, and you are saying it in the sense of they have intentions of getting married,
Yes,
yes. I'm looking at
or
it from
married.
that view only.
or married?
Right?
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
So,
Yeah, that's the
so,
okay.
question I
I
asked.
relate.
Yeah.
so
Okay,
if
that
that's
makes sense. What you said makes sense. Then I take back
okay,
my
if that's the
question.
case, yeah, you can see an 80-year-old man with a 20-something-year-old girl, right? Well, that's most
Mm.
likely the case. I mean, sometimes the case is reversed, but it's very prevalent with men and younger girls.
Mm.
So, what's the life expectancy for that man? At most, another 10, 15 years at best. You know,
It's not 10, 15 years. It's five good years. Because by the time
Wow.
it's approaching 90, I don't think that the energy required to be active in a relationship he still has it anymore. It's just passive.
Mm.
yeah. So
So
that then
that's why I'm
brings
So
saying
you've
me
not seen someone that has
to
good doctor and good healthcare and good
okay, okay,
surgery
okay.
and
Yeah,
good
okay, I can
medication
agree. I
and
can agree. There are
good all of
peculiar
that.
situations, there are people that God created special.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
But in the real
Mm.
sense of this, we're talking about a generalismo theory where we do not
You know what?
have
I've not even welcomed my people. Self. Welcome back to ScatterYarn podcast, the show where we unpack the strange, the funny, and the very, very human ways that society shapes us. And obviously today we've had them. We've got Mr. Nelson in the building. How are you feeling, Mr. Nelson the Pizzo?
one time for the fans, one time for God, one time for my brothers.
And we also
That's
got Dr.
new
Mo-
one. Okay.
we also got Dr. Morris in the building. How are you feeling today, my guy?
Feeling very good, feeling very well. So let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get into this because the reason I asked this question was because I saw a news on Manchester Evening News, right? Like before,
You will not
while
leave
I'm going to tell you
Manchester
this
news.
news,
You will not leave Manchester news and focus on other things in life.
let me tell you what I saw on Manchester News. And while I'm asking, giving the story or the scenario, please just keep this question in mind. If you just met someone and in 3 days they are proposing to you, okay, you'll be talking to this person online for a while and you met them face to face, and then after 3 days they propose to you, would you say yes or would you second guess their intention? So have that question at the back of your mind while I lay this scenario, okay? Because like I said, so here's the story. There is this woman, American woman, a 68-year-old American woman called Kay, right? He met a Nigerian man called Ablak, a 25-year-old Nigerian man. Ablak is a aspiring musician, and they met on Instagram. According to her, she posted something. He liked the thing, and then she responded to the post, and he slid into the DM and started talking in the DM, and from innocent chat, he went to emotional bonding, and their friendship became more of a romance online. And and according to Kay, she said that he went from somebody who liked her post to someone who became like a very best friend. And then one day, Kay in America was sleeping. She dreamt about visiting Nigeria, and then she told Ablak about it. And Ablak was like, "Oh, that's nice. I'm going to make it all happen." And then he set it all up, right? He planned the logistics, paid for the trip, and got Kay to Nigeria. And when he got to see her at the airport, he was like, "Oh my God, you're real! I can't believe that you're really here. It's not a scam." All of those kind of things. And then he took her back to his abode, and after 72 hours, after 3 days of meeting her, he proposed to her. Basically. will you marry me? And she said yes. And he felt that when she said yes, that it's a sign because his prophet told him that they're going to get married. Okay. And so they tied the knot in Lagos in October 2024. And they proved that love does not need a long courtship, just a strong Wi Fi connection and a
Yeah.
spiritual confirmation, So, and he posted his wedding photo online. People were insulting him. They said he looked like Fireboy. He did look like Fireboy a bit. But people were saying to him that, you're married to your grandma. She's too old for you. And Ablak was like, no, like he loves her so much. She's everything that he needs. And according to Kay has been married 3 times before. And she said she has never felt love like this before, that she's his priority. If she wants something, she gets it for her. And in America, in the United States, she doesn't get anything like that. And now she's splitting her time between Nigeria and the US, but she plans to settle in Nigeria permanently. And do you want to know her ultimate mic drop?
No.
Her I will tell you, even though if you don't want to know. Her ultimate mic drop is, I just had to wait a long time for him to be born. All right. So, do you think that, let's start from the basic, right? So, let's before we get into the age distance. Do you think that love, right, can skip all of the long dating process before I'm having a strong connection? Let's start from there.
Love, connection. Boof. So connecting with somebody is different from loving the person. And I sometimes in this situation that we're talking about, marriage type thing, I personally believe connection is better than love
Yeah, but
because
this, okay, yeah, go ahead.
I think I don't need to explain. Let me just leave
Uh,
it there.
why?
No,
I
say
don't
what you are
understand
going to
now.
say. Okay,
Hmm.
you don't
No, you've,
understand.
you've confused me now.
Okay, no, like I don't need to explain. It's a personal opinion. I said I feel that in
Mm.
marriage, love is more important than connection. Some people might
Love is
fault,
more important than connection,
sorry,
or
connection is more important than love.
okay.
So some people might fault me and say, when you love, you connect. But I beg to differ. I think you can connect without actually being in actual love. And my
And and
problem with
and
love, my
and
problem
I'm
with
also
love
going to
is,
say you cannot love without connecting.
well, you can actually, but you
How?
can for real, brother. You can love,
How now?
for different reasons. You can love for different reasons. Like
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it, but you can love for
Because
various.
because now we are going to go back to the age old question: how do you define love?
Yes,
That's where
yes,
we
you
have to
can love
start
for
from.
various reasons. Like you could be a lover of something this person does, not necessarily connecting with this person on on every. I don't know how
But you
to.
have
There's no
connected.
blame.
But you have connected with that person because of what he does,
Uh, not
or he or she
necessarily.
does.
Not necessarily. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain. So some things, words are failing me because I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain this connection that I cannot. I would get. that I would separate
So
love
let's
from
cut
it.
the connection then. Let's cut that connection, please, Maurice. Please, do you think you can, like, love can skip all of the long dating process if the connection is strong?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Funny enough, I don't even think it is the love or the connection that even matters the most when it comes to marital lives, right? I could be wrong, but
Hmm.
where I see it is that what's more important is that both people have a development mindset in that relationship. So, in the sense that the reason I use that word is because you could love somebody, you could have the connection, but there's so many other things that are also very important beside that. So, if you're not somebody that is willing to grow, that is willing to learn, that's willing to adapt, then those connections, those love, it will fade up with time. So that's why I said yes. So definitely, yes, you can skip Oh, because the reason and also I think we're also looking at the time factor here. We're looking at the distance between how long it took them to build that
No, you
relationship.
you are. I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. I
Me,
believe
I'm
I
not.
believe
Oh,
that I believe that
I'm
the
not.
prophet
But
had seen vision,
you guys
and
believe in love
and
at
she.
first sight. You guys believe in love at first sight.
Uh,
um no, but you should, because you believe in connection is stronger than love.
So you see, I believe in love at first sight
Yeah, of
because
course.
I think you could see something and love it immediately. You could see a person and just love it immediately because there are a lot of factors. For instance, let me speak like a woman. If your hormones were messing with you at the time when you met this person, everything might just seem right because maybe the hormones is giving you the energy of, oh yeah, you're in a good space, you're in a good time, you're comfortable. Then it could be the other way around also, that your hormones are messing with you at the moment and everything is making you uncomfortable, and this person is doing everything right in that moment, but you're not even seeing it because you get. So as yes, communicate.
Right. So for me, I don't, maybe because I'm always focused on things in literal sense. Maybe I should need to come back to contextual. When you say love at
okay.
first sight, to me, I'm just like, you saw the person today, boom, you fell in love. But your explanation seems like the people have been in some form of, they know each other a while, and the hormones is pulling them together. So to me, that's not love at first sight anymore.
Okay. So what do you call somebody that you have been in the same environment with, you have never interacted, but you guys have similar mindsets and similar, like you see things the same, and you meet this person and he's saying one thing, you are saying the same thing, he says something else, you are saying the same thing, and everything is just clicking, it just seems right.
That feels more like the connection you were talking about that you
Yes,
mentioned.
so you can connect on the first day and you can love too on the first day, is what I'm saying. Like you
Okay,
could
yeah, that
connect with
makes sense.
somebody, you could connect with somebody on the first day, you could love the person on the first day, but it could be fleeting. Do you understand?
The reason why I would challenge that a little bit is because can you really say you love when you've not, that love hasn't been challenged? So because the probability of that love to be challenged within that short space of time
To be
is very, very
tested.
slim. Yeah. So there needs to be, I don't know, maybe a series of events that would accumulate up to a point whereby you've experienced different scenarios. You've been able to play out that love in multiple scenarios to know whether or not this can stand the test of time. So
Me, I
maybe to
disagree
that
with
extent.
everything there. I
Okay, go
disagree with
on.
all of that. I mean, because for me, love is deeper than all of those things. Everything you're saying is just like, you like this
Okay.
person, you like the way they think, you like what they're doing, you think they're similar to you,
Okay.
you like it, you like it, you don't love it yet. You know,
No,
love is
no, no.
deeper than, to me, love is
Okay.
deeper than all of that. Love is now seeing the flaws of that person and saying,
Exactly. That's
regardless
what
of
I'm
this, your
saying.
flaws, oh,
That's exactly
I
what I'm saying. Because I'm saying what I'm
okay.
saying here is how would you see all those things? How would you
Hmm.
identify those flaws if you've not been in situations that exposes that? Because on
Yeah.
a short time scale, you would not see those flaws. You will probably see all the good sides. So we are saying the same thing
Hmm.
in essence.
Yeah, yeah,
So
fair, yeah.
yeah, so that's what I mean by that. But
Okay,
going back
so
to
I agree with you guys. Maybe there's no such thing as love at first sight.
Okay, let's come back to this lady and this guy, because she
okay,
said that she had to wait for him to be born, right? It is funny to me, but what if there are people that would have lost the love of their lives because they are saying, oh, I'm too old right now, I can't go out to look for a relationship, I can't go out to get married because according to society, my clock, they say your clock is ticking, when my clock has run out. Like, what do you guys say about that? Because if this woman is finding love at 68, this young man is finding love at 25, surely it should mean that you can fall in love regardless of your age, right?
So this is how I
Because
see
as
that.
as you said at the start, as Morris said at the start, he said, there are more, it's more prevalent for like older men to be in relationship with younger women, right? What if
let me
society
add
made it possible for
something
the
to that.
older women? Yeah, go on.
Let me add something. So let's look at this scenario. a lot of the times when it's an older woman and a younger man,
Hmm.
it's like there's a change in terms of who's taking advantage, in terms of when people want to look at that relationship critically, right?
Hmm.
For me, it feels like most of the times they don't say that older woman is taking advantage of the young boy, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
now because
So it's like,
it's clear. So this is why it's just that it's not spoken to for the young girl and the elderly man,
okay,
because because it is the way it should be. The man should be the provider in any situation, even if it's the oldest or the youngest man. It is expected that the man provides. So nobody hammers on the girl that she's being a gold digger, because she could still claim that this is love. Do you get? But in the other aspects, when the dude is way younger, so first of all, it's a problem for us to even be with people that I would
We
not
can
be
hear you.
able
People
to
that
continue that. I will not be able to continue that sentence for reason best known to me.
uh, but that's the thing. I think it all depends on the individual. There are some people that their brain is just wired to be attracted to older people. So what would you say about
Hmm.
that?
Dr.
So
Toves, you are
No,
smiling extra, like you know the reason why I didn't want to complete the sentence.
I have no idea, but you're happy. I'm happy.
Good,
That's
great,
that's how life is. That's why
great,
we are
great,
guys.
great, great,
Right.
great.
I'm going to give a different context as well. Like it can also. What if it's the situation whereby maybe the guy doesn't want children, an older person, an older woman that gives him the opportunity to still enjoy himself and not worry about having children. So that's taken out of the table. Like people are not thinking about that context either. The older lady in this situation, she already married and has three children already. She's not thinking of having any more babies for anybody. The younger guy wants to blow. He doesn't have time to father babies. Maybe I don't know the guy, but and it's like this situation works better for him. Like what if that's a situation that, so that's another way that people think about these things, you know
yeah, but when you look
because
at that,
we've seen celebrities, that female celebrities that are more mature, and they start dealing with younger boys because for that same reason. Like I just want to have fun. I just want to live my life. I don't want any children, no responsibility. Let's just kick it. Let's travel around the world. I have the money, you have the body. Let's go.
And
Same
there's
thing the
another
men
one
say.
we
I
are
get the
forgetting.
money, you get the
It's not
body. Same
really
thing.
out there. There's another one we are forgetting. There's another angle we are
Tell me,
forgetting.
please.
Older women, younger guys that have made it. Younger guys that are out there making it, like footballers. You see Mbappe. So he dates somebody that is way older than he is. You go to the movie
Hmm.
industry to see a celebrity, young celebrity, dating a lady that used to be his mom's friend or his mom's age. Do you get?
Hmm.
yeah, I mean
So,
that's.
but nobody's talking
But
about all of that.
yeah, so
I
let's
think
let's build on that. Why? Yeah, go on,
okay.
Morris, and we'll build on that.
I
We'll come
think
back there.
when it depends on the individuals involved, right? When it's like a high profile person, I think the criticism is kind of minimized. For example, let's say the guy is already well established for himself, and he's a young guy and he wants to be with an older woman. Nobody questions it that much, right?
It's because of the way the world is now. We already see women like that's what they do. You understand? For instance, yeah, I don't know if it's just the same way when you are in a situation where a dude harasses a lady. I don't know if that word is allowed. If they won't flag it, but um, when a dude is forcing himself on a lady, and when it's the other way around, you realize that the backlash on the guy is way more than when it's the lady doing it. Sometimes they don't even get
Yeah.
prosecuted.
That's
Do you
what that's
get?
what that's what I want to build on. Like, why are people always like? Why are people quick to attack when it is the woman dating the younger person, or a younger boy dating an older person? They attack the guy more than if it's a younger girl dating an older person. Like, don't we
I,
think that is because of some cultural and
yeah,
It's not
societal stuff?
cultural. It's a worldwide thing. I don't think it's anything cultural. It's worldwide. It's the mentality
Cultural,
of how they.
you can still have a global culture. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
yeah,
have to be
okay,
like
yeah,
just a
global
local
culture.
culture.
Yeah, the way
Yeah.
we see, the way we treat men, the way men are being
Mhm.
treated, and I'm sure we've spoken about that on one episode before. How men receive it differently from women. whatever
Yeah,
it is that
surely.
you are dishing out. So yeah, it's the same thing that it boils down to. When he's a younger dude and he's the one with less money, is
Hmm.
hammered on that he's lazy, he's a fraud, he just wants to take the woman's money, she doesn't know what she's doing. But when it's the
Hmm.
dude that is the rich person and is also younger, nobody is
Yeah.
saying anything to the lady.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on
Yeah.
either occasion, it's just the global culture of hammering on men and just giving ladies a all
I think
pass.
the same thing also applies when it's a what's it called? When it's a very well established lady that is young, right? And
Mm.
she has everything. And all of a sudden we think about what there was this lady that got married to her. Even if the age difference wasn't that much, what was it? I think it was Celine Dion or so. She got married to her manager or something.
Hmm. Yeah.
Was much younger than him, obviously,
Hmm.
but I think because she's very well established, the it's not really that much spoken about. So I think the same thing also applies to women to a certain extent. But where the
I
problem
don't
comes,
think
I
so.
think
I
the
don't.
only time these people
I
commit
think it's
is
Adele. I think you're talking Celine Dion. Also Adele was in
oh,
something similar. I think.
I
Yeah,
don't know
but
about
yeah,
that.
I think that's what it's all of the. That's the cognitive dissonance that everyone like in the psychology aspect, psychologists space will say, because sometimes when we see a situation like this where the grandma is marrying a young person, people's brain try to resolve that tension by mocking it and rejecting it, and maybe that's why people will always throw people's comments, because their
Mhm.
mind cannot accept what they have not been programmed to accept, but yeah, but one key thing that the guy said was that his prophet, prophesied that was going to happen, and then the lady dreamt about it. Any thoughts or comments on that aspect?
Hmm.
Wait, the lady dreamt about it,
That she, yes, that in her dream she came to Nigeria.
and the guy too saw
And
is and the guy said his prophet too said it.
no, no, no. The lady dreamt that that she came to Nigeria, so he made it happen. And when she got to Nigeria, and he proposed, and she said yes, he said that the prophet prophesied that they were going to get married. So,
And
you
now,
know,
so so that's what love is. You see, he has a conviction, she has a conviction.
divine,
I
yeah.
don't
So
know.
divine intervention.
They both have a conviction
Yeah.
and they meet in the middle. So I don't even like the
Hmm.
fact that we are discussing people's love life because
I don't
what
want to
if
discuss. Let's not discuss. Let's not discuss their
what
love
if they
life.
are
So let's
genuine?
move
No,
on
we
to.
are allowed.
Let's not.
It's Scatteryan. I said I don't like it. Doesn't mean we can't do it. Hold up, hold up. Because why I'm saying I don't like it is what if they are genuinely in love?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming they are.
The
Okay,
thing
good.
is, the
Then
thing,
then we should be talking about being happy for them, how it's sad that they might not be able to have children, even if
Okay,
that's not about business. We
okay.
don't
Be
even know
happy for
their
them. Yeah,
relationship
okay, okay,
goals.
okay. Express your happiness for them now, Mr. Nelson.
So I would actually want to get their email and just type a long message, showing them how much I'm glad about the union. And if
yeah,
maybe she has friends that she could introduce us to, since we are so bothered about their relationship. So I mean, because this world people, yeah, they will make you think that there's a rule book somewhere that we have to follow. Two
yeah,
people meet themselves online, they think it's right for them to marry. Yes, they should do that. I've seen people that have stayed for 4 years, 5 years, they've been dating, they marry, they stay in the same house 6 months, they can't stop bickering, they can't stop fighting. 60, fifth year is already gone. The marriage is gone. So you wonder like where did they miss it? Like if you've known him
Yeah,
for
let's
so
let's
long,
let's
how,
build on
how
that
do you
part. Let's
connect?
build on that part, right? So let's build on that.
Yeah,
Let's build on that so that we can scatteryan into another region, right? Talking
yes,
about divine
yes.
intervention and people that have married, and then after some time they kind of realize that maybe the relationship is not going the way they want to go. So there's this other news I read again. 'Cause I like to read news, all this kind of weird news. I love it. That's why I like to scatteryan about. So there's this guy, this Ghana guy in was living in the UK. He was ordered to pay child support after his baby mama reported him. Okay, he's basically like he was married, they're divorced, and then she reported him for not paying child support, and then the baby mom reported him to the government. Now, instead of the guy to go and hire a lawyer or something, or go and pay his child support, My guy decided to go spiritual, right? He filmed himself performing a course ritual with eggs and schnapps, right? He was calling on two river god from Ghana, Tano and Toa Niyama, and he was basically calling them and cursing the lady that if any money leaves his account and goes to his baby mama, may the god strike her down. If even if she spends that money on feeding on feeding their own children, oh, that the gods should strike her down. Like what kind of irresponsible, or I should say, let's leave that irresponsible. What kind of irresponsible man is this? Like what will make someone go to the level of saying, even if you use the money to feed your own children, like the god should strike her down? Do you think this is just pettiness, or it is something deeper about how people think fatherhood and responsibility should be? Like, I know I'm going a bit serious, but yeah, let's get here.
Wait, sorry, you said that they broke up for what reason exactly?
I don't know why they broke up, man. I don't care why they broke up. Either ways,
So
it's meant to pay child support in the UK. It's not paying child
yeah,
support. The baby mom reported him that it's not paying child support. Instead of him to pay child support, he was now basically cursing the lady and saying and basically calling on two gods, two Ghanaian gods to strike her down if she ever chop his money, if she ever spends his money, that kind of thing.
is she African?
They're both African. They're both Ghanaian.
That's the beginning of the problem now. Why is he not in jail?
It's not.
Hmm.
It's not done anything wrong yet. Like it's not
Okay,
anything
that
criminal yet. It's not
okay.
done
So
anything
they
criminal
don't
yet.
they don't jail people for not taking care of their children in the UK. I thought that
Not
was
yet.
a criminal offense.
No, 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 no. He has to do
Ah,
something else. I don't know what else he would have to do. But either way, he has to pay the child support. It's a civil matter, not a criminal matter. So they'll take him to like a civil court or something and stuff like that.
okay. Me, I just I so two things. We don't know what has transpired between both of them. Maybe we don't know, but let's pretend that
Irrespective, yes.
let, no.
Irrespective
Let's
of
play.
what trans
You know, what if he has done low-key DNA test and he knows the children are not his? You cannot just blankly say that you don't, irrespective. You need to.
if he had done DNA test, I'm sure he would have gone to the court of law to say, look, these baby are not mine, and they will say,
You
don't
are
pay.
not sure. People are mad. Maybe you are not sure. Don't just be here and say you are
But
sure.
it's very
No,
likely
but it is
if you
exactly.
have
It's likely
children,
if you are basically willing to go and cost somebody, you are sure
Mm.
to go and say, look, Giorgio, you ordered me to pay this. I'm not paying it because it's not my child or they're not my children. Like, so I know you like to want to sit on the fence. You are beginning to do a Morris. Morris like to go and sit on the fence and not go too
No,
far.
Siba.
You are beginning
For
to
civil matters
be a
like this,
diplomatic
for
juggernaut.
civil matters like this, for civil matters like this, I know that it's not always appropriate for us to just jump into conclusion because people are crazy and dynamic. So
I'm
let
not
us
jumping into
pretend that
conclusion.
all
I'm
things being
saying I'm
equal.
saying let's leave all the details. We don't know details. We just heard the story. In this situation, I didn't mention the guy name. I didn't mention the lady name. So don't worry, nobody's going to come and
You
sue
know,
you,
the only
right?
thing I'll say
I,
to
Okay,
that,
you know why I'm trying to be diplomatic. Yeah, I
go on,
like
diplomatic
to, take for
juggernaut.
me, put some things, put myself in people's shoes, and just be like, what would I have done if there was a fight between myself and my spouse, God forbid, and we have children between us? My first line of action will be to take the children. If you say you are not giving me the children, then him saying that he's not paying child support could be his next line of action. Like if you are not going to give me my children,
That is my question. Like that is it. That is the question we've gotten there. Thank you for unraveling, ScatterYarn. Thank you for peeling it. The question is that is the guy being petty, or is it because of the way he views fatherhood and responsibility as an African man? That is the question.
no, it's definitely being petty.
Because he's saying
But
because you are saying now that, oh, if it's not, I'm not. You're saying God forbid in a different scenario, give my
yes,
child. If you're not giving my child, I'm not giving you any money. But the thing is,
yes.
you're not giving the woman the money. You are giving your children the money. So
So
why do
so
men view it as I
so
am giving the woman
let
the money
let
instead of
let
giving
let
the child the
let
money?
me be the devil's advocate. Let me be the devil's advocate. Yeah.
Don't be the
Let me be
devil's
the
advocate.
devil.
Devil can advocate. Give us the other side.
Okay. Let me be the man's advocate. Eh? And for all my fans out there, this is not who I am. I'm doing this for documentative purposes.
For
In
podcast
case
purposes.
I fit in the role perfectly, this is not who I am. This is not how I think. But
It's
because
just for
of this,
dramatic effect.
yes. So, as the man, you cannot tell me that you are not going to give me my children and I am going to continue to send you money. However, I could create a budget list and write, which is going to be ridiculous, and write an amount of money that they need for feeding per day and their school fees and expect you to chip in, and I send you that figure. If it's enough, it's your business. If it's not enough, it's your business. If you think it is not enough, give me back my children. That is one angle to it. But if you now say you want to be Kofi, let's imagine he is Kofi. Charlie, and this baby, this is baby mama. He knows quite all
Mhm.
right that she's irresponsible. She lacks money management. He married her because
Mhm.
she had a big bum bum, and now he regrets all his
Oh
decisions.
dear. Mhm.
He
Yeah,
will
continue.
not
Go
feel
on.
he will not feel comfortable sending her money because he knows that this person is not even using this money for the children. She's probably using this money to do drugs. She's probably using this money to send herself on dates and go and meet other men. So if you are going to be
Okay, can I
sleeping
give you
around
can,
the
can I
clock,
give you
if you
can
are
I
going
give
to
you
be sleeping
can I give you some more factual things? Let me give you some more factual things now because this is also UK, right? Right. They would have calculated how much the children would need. They're not even looking at it, they're not giving her support, right? Because I'm sure they'll be in a council house. They're giving her house to stay, so she's not paying rent, nothing. It's just money for the children. They calculate how much of your wage should go to the children. They're not just saying, "Come and feed them." It's calculated percentage on based on what you have earned. All right, so it's not a like a wholesome. It's not like American Celebrity where you're paying child support but paying for the mother. No, 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 no. The UK is a bit more reasonable. You're earning this money. Normally, you will give your children this money. So this percentage, give it to your children. But he is still saying, I'm not giving them. So all of the other assumption and supposition, I just want to say, contextually, that will not work in this scenario because it's not a situation of, oh, I don't know if you're going to spend the money or not.
and this person is working.
Yes. For me,
So I
for me,
can't.
it's just like he's able to go and video himself because he knows that in a particular society, people will support him. He's one videoing himself, breaking the egg, pouring schnapps, and doing
Oh,
all of that,
I've
so
not,
videoing
I've not,
himself.
he did
not
all those ritual and things.
Yes, cursing in the front of the Roman house, cursing him, saying like, if you spend my money, if you chop my money, basically.
Okay. So you know that we
So
Africans, we
if you're
have, you see, but in Africa, but we have different funny things that happens. Let me give you, this is off point, this scenario, but let me just
yes,
give
let's
you
digress a
how.
bit.
Yeah, let's digress a bit. There are some parts in this part of the world, Kogi State to be precise, and Benue State. There are laws, there are
Shout
bylaws.
out to all my Kogi people, Agba, Anwa, all Dudu.
Nago,
Thank you very much.
Nago, ILA, there, peace out. As I was saying,
And all to all my Bene people,
okay,
Oyi, my guys.
let
Thank
me
you.
take it down. Let me take it down. Let's Kogi people, forgive me. We're going down Igala men. Igala, not Kogi, Igala. I beat my chest to say it. Wherever you are listening to me, your forefathers are crazy. So the reason why they have this law is because they realize that in those days, rich men have farms. You are a rich man, your testament of your wealth is the size of your farm. Do you understand?
And my father
So
is a big fan.
yeah, my father has a big farm, basically. Baba me what?
Mm.
Something like that. And you realize you realize that
You didn't have to do
people
that, but go ahead.
people like that are opportune to marry as many wives as possible so that they can have many children that can do this farming for them and whatnot. That's the mentality there. So they now realize that most of these wives, when they get married to them, they take the best of their crop. Like when they harvest, they take the best of their crop. You know the way women are meticulous and they never forget home, unlike men. So these wives take the best of their crops and send to their families, to their father. where their father's own farm will now be growing, then their husband's farm will probably be dilapidating. That was the whole idea. So they went to the gods and they created a deity that attacks you when one you give, and this thing is real. One, when you give anything to anybody without your husband's permission. If you make money, your own money, and you want to give to your brother, you want to give to your father, your husband must permit you. If you are unlucky and you are married to one of the craziest Igala men, it might not permit you. That's one. Two, you are not allowed to be adulterous, in the sense that as a woman, if you go about sleeping around, something is going to strike your children, something is going to strike your husband, then it's going to strike you too. If it happens that your husband knows about it and he did not call a family meeting where they said they set up some rules and he is not allowed be sexual with you anymore, something is going to happen to him, something is going to happen to the children until you confess. There are many, many intricacies to the rules. These are just the two that I picked. The men are allowed to go out and misbehave. The men are allowed to do rubbish. It's the woman that the law confines. So, in different parts of the world, we have different types of mentality. Who would have
Cultural
thought that?
relativism. Yeah.
Who would have thought that there's a part of the world where if a woman sleeps with another person, the husband is going to fall ill, like one irredeemable illness, until she confesses. And when she confesses, she has to do something, then all of a sudden the husband gets well back. Who would have thought of that? Do you get? And these things actually work because there are rights that they do during the marriage, if you are doing a traditional marriage, to actually help uphold these things. So if you do not want to be a part of it, when you are getting married, you will avoid those rights. But most of these people do not avoid it. Not just Igala men, to be precise, Olamaburo in Igala. Guys, Olamaburo in Igala in Kogi
Please,
State.
Dr. Morris, please bring us back, because this guy is taking us to one rabbit hole, and
Me
I'm not willing to follow him there.
personally, I don't believe that any of those things work. Never. But I
See,
could be wrong. Let me
he work
let me
too.
land.
He
I
work.
don't believe it works. Just imagine that you're unhappy in your relationship. If you're so all you just need to do is to go and have extramarital affairs, and your husband is done for.
No, something will happen to you too. Something will happen to you too. So that's the fear. Eventually,
My,
except you are willing to be suicidal, except you are willing to be suicidal, because something is going to
Please,
happen to you too.
again, remember certain
Okay.
yeah.
words.
Okay.
Except you are willing to go for it too.
I may be wrong though, but I just feel like I feel like it doesn't work. But that's another one. But
Okay,
coming
let me
back
now
to
bust your head. Let me now bust your head. There's a friend of mine that is from that place that gave me this gist firsthand and said his his mom caught the dad cheating,
yeah,
and she couldn't confront him because of these laws. Because if she confronts him now, it's obvious that she knows. Then all those things starts happening. So she just took her things and left the house. So right now she's unmarried, and that is how it is. Her children are not allowed to help her without their father's permission. It is part of those intricacies. Like, if both parents are separated, the wife is an outcast, and she's not allowed she's not allowed to be helped or assisted. But like, the child now makes
yeah,
money, he can't just give it to his mom.
yeah.
He has to take permission from his father that,
But
daddy, I want to send something to mommy, please give me permission.
but
Then the father
everything
blesses.
you just said points to the condition, the evidence that it is just conditioning. It's for me. I feel like it's a mind game whereby they've just conditioned people to think a certain way, and because
No,
every
I
man is
said
happy
something,
to see
bro. I
one
said
way,
something.
they
You
start
have
to.
there is a traditional right that you have to practice for it to be upheld. It's not automatic. During your wedding, there are things that you will do that will
Yes.
make it binding.
Okay. But even those rights too is even a conditioning of its own. It's I don't want to go too deep. It's the same way whereby
I understand what you are saying, but
yeah,
Maurice, before you go too deep, You don't believe in I don't know if the word is jazz or science. Do you believe in science?
It depends, yes, on some
Not
level. I believe
not
it.
the
I
one, not
believe in
biology,
verifiable facts, right?
not biology,
Yeah,
science.
it depends. Yes, maybe
That you
celestial.
can
Yes.
speak into the atmosphere and it will answer. Do you believe in
Oh, you
science?
mean? No,
Do you believe?
I don't think I don't think
Okay,
that
then
was.
so then let's drop it because there is no way on earth I'm going to convince you that this is real.
All
The
right.
Yes.
first the
So
first belief is
as the host, at
no.
this point in time, as usual, sorry guys, I'm going to bring in host privilege. I'm going to bring in host privilege and let us round up because we are going too long and
Yeah,
we go around
no,
the
but
circle. I like
let's
to
relate
scatter
it
yarn, but
back
we have
to
a
what
time
we said
constraint.
earlier about the man
Yes.
and his wife. That's
Hmm.
so. But again, you're Nelson. You're totally right when in terms of it depends on the mentality. We don't know the type of, but we can see from his demonstration that he's quite
Okay,
cultural. He believes in
sorry,
those things.
sorry. So my
Right?
reason for digressing was because so you see these people that have this whole tradition that I just explained,
Yeah.
they have they have a set of men that are extremely arrogant, close to irresponsible, and nonchalant because there is a backing that they have that she can't go nowhere. She's
Yeah,
a
that makes
slave.
sense.
She's beneath me. I so when like you can't imagine you are in that type of bondage. You cannot you make money, you can't give your siblings money. You
Yeah.
have to take permission from him. Like your life evolves around him. So and he is so sure that you can't cheat on him. Like he is so confident that you can't cheat on him. So he moves with this arrogance. There's no love there, it's just control and command. Now, that is one scenario related to this. Imagine that this Ghanaian, where it comes from, there's also a background story that we do not know of their men.
Mm.
I, I'm privileged to work with
Yeah,
human
that makes
resources,
sense.
and I kid you not, I've seen this Igala case play real life, real time. You see husbands writing to the university that they want you to sack their wife because she's not probably at home she's not dropping the funds, or maybe she did not go through those rights, so she's kind of exempted, so he doesn't have that control that a natural regala man will have over his wife, so he's irritated by it and he's writing to the university to tell them that his wife is not being a good wife at home and he needs the university to sack her. Have you this is I'm giving you, do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, that
So
makes.
is a set of people that think in a particular way. And
Yeah.
when you are in a
So
when you need to be able to relate to it. That's why I'm saying you don't know what that Ghanaian man is relating to. Maybe it's not petty. Maybe there's one jack
But
that will kill him if he fits
yeah,
anybody that's not
but
under his
that
roof.
still doesn't. Um, d- what all that just says, it just tells you the type of person he is, basically. Because again, you're at the end of the day, the aim of that child support is literally on the name child support, to support the child. It's not like you're paying for everything most of the times. It's like you're
We
just
are
paying a
forgetting that we are
portion.
forgetting that there are some men that are so irresponsible that even when the children are in their house, they don't even support the children.
Yeah, that's true. And in that case, let him
Yeah,
keep swearing. Me, I don't even believe that swearing or cursing is going to do anything in
there
the
are men
first place.
that
So
even
as
like,
long as he pays, I'm happy.
and it's not, see, there's a difference between you don't have the opportunity to make money and you are really not just trying. You get now. There are times when they will even present the opportunity to you that okay, come and do this, come and do this, come and do this, and you are not forthcoming, you are not delivering. You are just there lazy, letting your wife take the bullets and feed you. That's a lie. I don't take no for an answer.
Oh well, but I don't know. The case of the man just spells. It just it
The man
feels
is
like.
a lazy. The man is a lazy man. It will be so painful if he has the money because irresponsible will not be the right choice of word. Because I
I
mean
was gonna say
anyways,
he's
responsible, but
responsible enough to make money. So it will be painful if he actually has the money and he's saying that he's not giving. Because that's another level of insolence. You get me?
if we have the
but
money, they
he
would
would
have calculated
definitely
it
have
for
the
him.
money.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just going to say to summarize, like based on what Nelson has said and based on what you have said as well, Dr. Morris. Here, this is all cultural relativism. Like the guy is depending on his culture, if that is the case, to
Yeah.
deny his family, his children this time, what food basically. And on the other hand, as Morris is trying to say, even regardless of the culture, regardless of whatever your pride, you should have empathy for your own children. And to round it up, he said irresponsible. I think I got my answer in the end. Audience, you guys let us know what you think. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. As usual, we would like to round up with some would you rather questions. And this
Okay.
is the last would you rather for a while because this is our last episode for a while. We're taking a little break and to replenish and come back so that Mr. Nelson can step up. I'm joking. But so would you rather questions? Right. Would you rather argue in front of a judge or argue in front of sorry, no, not in front. Would you rather argue with a judge or argue with a traditional priest?
I'll argue with a traditional priest, of course. A judge is very clever. They've seen a lot of argument and so on. I don't believe the traditional priest will do me anything. So I feel like I can easily win an argument with a traditional priest. So that's why I'll argue with him. So that one is easy for me.
Please, just to carry on. I like your expression. So yeah.
Abeg, can I? Why am I meeting with the judge? I promise I won't go there late. I promise I'll be prompt.
See,
Hmm.
when I was young, yeah, they used to I grew up in Edo State, whereby it's like there's a lot of traditionalists in the state, right? So you go to some places, they'll tell you, beware of, like, you go to a bush, for example. Although I was young back then, you see a mango tree, they'll tie red cloth on it, they'll put something, and they'll say, when you pluck this mango tree, one thing will happen. And that's the belief a lot of people had at the time. Me, I ate a lot of mangoes because I just felt it was going out there. So whether there's red cloth, in fact, I would bring down the red cloth, use the stick that they used to tie on the red cloth to stone down the mangoes, and I eat my thing. I wasn't afraid of it. I've never been afraid. So, so yeah. So I think, and I'm okay. I'm still alive. So, so yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, you are alive physically. You don't know. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Well, which one? Where would you're on
you're
mute,
on mute,
Nelson? If you're
Nelson.
talking to
You're
us.
mute. You're mute. You're mute. Does he know?
Boris,
Yeah.
what I'm just going to say is that when
Yeah.
there is fake, is because there was an original. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe I was lucky. I had the
That's all I'm
Or
fame.
going
it
to
Maybe.
say.
can also be social conditioning, as you try to say as well, Morris. They say experience is
That's
the
what
best
I'm
teacher.
saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But which one would I rather be? You argue with a judge or with traditional priest? I think I will also go with traditional priest. Why not? Let's see what's going to happen because I know the judge can do something. The judge can make my life miserable. The traditional priest would have to come, like you have to do something to convince me. But anyways, that's what I'll rather do. I know my faith as well, by the way. But yeah, next one. Would you rather marry someone who is old enough to be your parent or someone who's young enough to be your child?
hmm.
Young enough to be my child. Oh.
I'll sit in the fence on this one. It depends on the person. So if it doesn't,
Young enough to be my child. Young enough, way young enough to be my child self.
if I have the
Because I
connection, I
naturally,
could
me,
go
but
to
I have this
earlier.
rule. I have this personal rule. If you are a graduate, you are old enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going with young enough to be my child as well. For
Young,
reasons that we've kind of articulated earlier. In the sense of you want someone to grow old with you, and the if someone old enough to be my parent, that they're not going to grow old with me. That's my
First
argument,
off,
and that's where I'm going to
it's
rest
even
my
more,
case for this one.
oh,
it's even more possible. The possibility of me being with somebody young enough to be my child is more than me being with somebody old enough to be my parent.
You never
yeah.
know.
No, I'm not sure, but
Like
I
You
think
classic,
live
you
in
a
never know
Abuja.
what. Yeah.
You live in Abuja.
depends on the person.
Okay, I did think of it in that light. Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Anyways, would you rather the last one based on the episode, right? Would you rather be remembered as someone who followed tradition blindly, or someone who defied it completely? I'm asking for the audience at the back. Would you rather be remembered as someone who followed tradition blindly, or someone who defied it completely? Which one
Why
would you
will I
rather?
follow anything blindly? That doesn't even make any sense. I can't follow anything blindly. I'll be more than happy to defy it, even if it's the norms, even if it's the law currently, even if it's whatever it is. As long as my conviction against it is strong, I will happily defy it. So
I stand with Morris.
I second or thought that as well. Yes, I rather completely defy it. But again, this is the last episode for a while, so let's have some fun. Would you rather that is not related to the episode?
Mhm.
Some fun ones, right? Why not? For the TikToks, would you rather always have to sing instead of speak, or dance instead of walk? Would you rather always have to sing instead of speak, or dance instead of walk? Which situation would you rather be in?
I'd rather sing instead of speak because I could tell you anything I still want to say to you.
Nursing are
Please,
just
please dance,
proving my
dance,
point.
dance.
I don't even need to be a good singer or a good dancer to sing. So
What do you mean? Like, there's no, what does it mean? Let me, let me take it again. I
okay.
could tell you anything you want to hear. See? I
Please
got
dance
it.
for us. Eh? We prepare the dance.
I should dance.
Yeah.
Morris,
No,
we'll
no.
settle this after the episode.
Okay. I think me, I will
I
dance
think
though because I don't want to sing like Nelson, so I will dance.
I think I would rather
Have
dance
you
instead of
ever
walk,
thought
because
of dancing while you're
dancing
walking?
means you're
You'll be
going to be
walking
fit.
everywhere.
You know.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
if I'm dancing instead of walking, I'll be like Morris. You know, Morris can run marathons. So if you're dancing, it will burn similar
At some
calories.
point,
So
my
rather dance.
voice will be so great because I will have been singing every day. Then I'll now be making money
Or
from my songs.
or you can just be like Vico. He
Or
sings every
everybody
day,
will think
but he's
things
still.
are mad.
You remember
Uh,
Vico? Why evils? He sings every day. He never
He
lost
does
weight.
it because
he
he's done
sings
it.
for us. He got
I
it
don't want to
too.
believe
So,
that Vico goes to the studio every day and his style hasn't improved.
mm.
I think Vico is full of himself and he already thought he's the greatest. So he doesn't even try anymore. He just comes there and he says his shit and he goes.
I want to have that kind of confidence, to be fair.
Because
So,
how dare you? How dare you? How dare you, Vico? How dare you?
uh,
Right. So let's go do the last one. Let's do the last one. Would you rather? Oh no, let's do two more. Would you rather never be able to use emojis again, or never be able to use memes or gifs again?
Ah,
Never be able to use
emojis should
emojis
rest.
again, or never be
Emojis
able to
should
use
rest. You see
gifs
those
and memes
emojis
again.
should rest. You see those memes, yeah? You see those memes, yeah?
yeah,
Somebody told me that when I send memes, that they literally think they picture me doing what is in the meme. Do you understand?
yeah.
Okay, no, not meme. What's that stuff? Sticker.
Sticker.
Sticker, yeah. It's still kind of gif. It's still a kind of gif as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, yeah,
emojis should rest.
yeah. I
Emojis are so
second that as well.
blackberry.
yeah. I agree, definitely.
Fair enough. Now the last one for a long, long time. This one's for the audience out there as well. Would you rather only eat sweet food for the rest of your life, or salty food for the rest of your life?
Hmm.
As in, like salty, meaning it's too salty.
Basically, sweet or sour, sweet or savory. So like
Oh,
either kuli kuli
hmm.
for the rest of your life, or something like what's sweet now? And you don't know what I'm saying, like candy floss for the rest of your life, that kind of thing.
Okay, okay, sour, salty.
Salty. Is it salty or?
I'm going with the
No, so
example you
savory,
gave. Oh.
sweet or
You
savory,
say kuli
sweet or
kuli,
savory.
Oh no, savory, not salty.
kuli
Savory.
kuli kuli kuli.
Yeah. No, no, no. I think I'll go with sweet. Sweet. I beg. Life is sweet. So I want a sweet life.
You are a
I'll go
sweet
with
tooth
sweet. You
now.
know what I mean? I'm a
You
sweet
are a
boy.
sweet tooth. I stick with kuli kuli. You know,
No, no,
I
I'm
don't
not a
use
sweet
sugar
tooth
for garri.
actually.
I
Mm.
don't use sugar for garri, so I'm that guy.
That's why your skin is very, very dry. Um, but yes. Anyways, so in closing, right, we've got
Today
one
people went
story.
all out. Is it obvious?
So
Don't mind this guy.
Ah, I know
no
they call
comment, no
me.
comment. You can go and look at the mirror. So we've got one story where a prophet blessed love after 3 days, and
Anyways, I'm
another
the best
one.
dressed today in today's episode. My fans out there, I do this for you. They can diss us, but they can't put us down.
All right, I guess I will not round up there. Anyway, this has been ScatterYarn podcast. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. Please press the like button. Give rate us 5 star if you listen on audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Boomplay, all of that. If you're watching on YouTube, please press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel or yet to do so, and also check out our other content as well. They're all football related, by the way. Until next time, we always say, stay safe, stay curious, use your brain. SCFR. Peace.